You know what I'm saying?
Don't get all fucking edgy.
I'm not gonna.
Oh my God, there's a camera.
What's going on, everybody? The Click Commanders are back.
That's not what we are. Well, I mean, that's what we are. But the name of the show is Big Fat Conspiracy Theory.
Tell them.
Episode 2, The Titanic. Welcome back to Javier and myself, Joe. Talking about big fat conspiracy theories. As you guys might have known or can see, Javier and I may have a little extra weight.
Yep.
Somewhere.
Okay. Imagine us getting in a canoe right now. Just kidding. Don't do that.
The RMS sunken canoe.
Some good sipping, too. Some good old sipping.
Enjoying ourselves on a Saturday evening.
Oh, yeah. So let's get into some history.
Get into the history of the Titanic.
Let's go.
All right. Lay it on me, sir.
I'm gonna lay it on him. Episode 2. Back with the notes. Hopefully I don't look that bad this time.
You did the same thing. Yeah, Titanic. All right, hold on. Let me just not talk again. So let me explain something to you. I know this is only your second episode of the podcast.
Yeah.
I've done one or two other ones shortly.
Hey, he's professional, so we're gonna let him do his thing.
The thing with a podcast, Javier, is you have to talk.
Yeah. See, when we
key.
was creating all this, he didn't say none of that.
I said, look, you're pretty. You have the face for it, but you do have to talk. And
I just wanted to be quiet and just look, like I knew what I was talking about. But
it's not gonna happen.
It's terrible. So the RMS Titanic.
Okay. What does RMS stand for?
Okay. Oh.
Ooh. I hit you with that, right?
Wait, what does the RMS stand for? I didn't have that down, but it stands for something mail service.
For
recreational marijuana
mails.
Service. Back in 1912. And as y'all can see right here, Joe on the swim team. Y'all didn't know that.
1912 Titanic swim team, baby.
Tell them.
Champions of the world still swimming.
Hey, tell them. We got the energy. All right, the Titanic was a British passenger liner operated by the White Star Line.
Gotcha.
That sank in the North Atlantic Ocean on the 15th of April, 1912. I don't like how they put their dates back in the day. Did you see all that? Did you see how they put their dates?
Look, it's
like, what the hell?
15 April.
That's terrible.
All of Europe. We're and Americans, small soapbox tangent. Americans are the only backwards one when it comes to everything.
Oh, we're backwards.
We're backwards.
Oh my God.
Everywhere else in the world puts day, month, year.
Oh, so
because it makes sense like that. You go the day, which is the shortest length of time, the month, which is the next shortest, and then the year, the longest length of time. So it makes sense. It's chronological.
It's frustrating.
So it's the 15th of April, 1912.
The 15th of April, 1912. After striking the iceberg during the maiden voyage from Southampton, England to New York City, the United States. Oh, goddamn, I read that off.
It was a little...
Hitler. An estimated of 2,224 passengers and crew aboard, and more than 1,500 died, making it the deadliest sinking of a single ship up to that time. It remains the deadliest peacetime sinking. What is peacetime? I didn't even get into that.
So peacetime, right?
I was going to, but
it wasn't at war.
Uh-huh.
So more ships have sunken with more passengers on them during war or during pirate times. When the British Navy was out hunting pirates or whatever, you'd have more people on a ship that sank, but it was intentional. They meant to sink that during wartime.
Yeah, okay.
So peacetime means that there's no war and it just sank because it
something
run aground, hit an
Happened.
iceberg, something mysterious.
Something mysterious.
Got hit by aliens.
Somehow. All right. Deadliest sinking ship means, peacetime of an ocean liner or cruise ship. The disaster drew public attention, provided foundational material for the disaster film genre and inspired many artistic works too. So they was over there
Genre.
making all this money off this terrible thing that happened, like we all do. Not us. Well, no, not us.
Yet.
Yeah,
Yet.
yet. I like that word. I've never heard it before. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
It means until we do.
For the future.
For the future.
All right. RMS Titanic was the largest ship afloat at the time. She entered service in the second of three, the Olympic class ocean liners, operated by the White Star. She was built by Harland and Wolff shipyard in the Belfast. Thomas Andrew, the chief naval architect of the shipyard, god dang, died in the disaster. Somebody died in this month.
So the chief architect of the Titanic
Hey, I read this like
died
2
in the
times.
boat.
He died in the month?
Yeah.
Imagine being the chief of the yard.
Chief architect.
Chief architect.
He's the guy who designed and built it. So of course he's going to be on the maiden voyage.
Oh my god.
And of course it sank. And he goes, look, I'm going down with my piece of art.
No, this motherfucker died in the shipyard. He didn't make it on that motherfucker.
How do you die in the shipyard?
Let me see. The tank was under the command. Oh no. Belfast. Chief naval architect. Shipyard died in the disaster. Titanic was under the command of. Oh, it doesn't even freaking
Died in the disaster. The disaster was the sinking of the ship.
You know, we gonna get to the bottom of this
2
next
miles
time.
below the surface, I'm sure.
We gonna figure it out. Titanic was under the command of Captain Edward Smith. Y'all know him. Well, the movie him. Who went down with the ship. Don't start laughing.
We do know the movie.
Y'all know him. I mean the movie him.
It was wildly accurate. The movie him.
The movie Titanic.
It was
And him who was on it. The captain. Who went down with the ship. The ocean liner carried some of the wealthiest people in the world, as well as hundreds of immigrants from the British Isles, Scandinavia, and elsewhere throughout Europe who were seeking a new life in the United States and Canada. The first class accommodation was designed. Well, I'm going to get into a little bit of what it may have looked like. So give me some time.
Okay.
Let me see. Elsewhere seeking Europe who were seeking a new life in the United States and Canada. The first class accommodation was designed to be the pinnacle of comfort and luxury, with a gymnasium, swim pool, smoking rooms, high-class restaurants and cafes, a Turkish bath, and hundreds of opulent. Y'all can tell I passed all my grades, huh?
My favorite thing is you pretended that word was written in,
Yeah,
Indian or something.
in the Indian accent.
Yeah.
Opulent.
What's great though is those cabins were bigger than first class ship cabins now.
Uh-huh.
I mean, they have few first class ship cabins that are 2 stories and super elaborate and crazy. But the regular first class suite or whatever on a cruise ship now is fairly small, relatively speaking, to what would have
been
been
on a cruise,
Titanic.
Huh? You've been on a cruise?
A few of them.
How big was your room?
So my room,
if you were to kind of give was it bigger than that?
No, it was roughly the size of this loft.
Oh, right here?
Yeah, just right here.
Well, that's big though.
Right.
For a boat.
I mean,
I would think.
To us, right?
Yeah.
But in the Titanic, they were twice the size.
Yeah.
So you move that wall back.
Oh.
Right. Because they they had a big king size bed with canopies because
I can only
they
imagine
didn't think,
they probably
hey,
had
let's
some
shrink it
sweets in
down
them.
to fit more on, right?
Yeah.
So big king size bed with canopies, and then you also had a sofa and chairs and a place to eat and all of that in the same cabin. So they would have been much bigger.
You think all the rich people were doing drugs?
No, I think all the rich people.
You think they had drugs like that?
Absolutely, opium. I mean, not like we know today, but
I'm just asking.
They had opium. They, partake in stuff like laudanum.
That's really good, though. Thank you.
And various opiates back then, but it was all in liquid form and it was all pure. You don't have to worry about.
They were doing opiates?
Yeah, all of them, but they weren't. They were in liquid form and pure.
Uh-huh.
They got it directly from the plant. You know
my God!
So it was.
You didn't have to worry about fentanyl.
You didn't have to worry about fentanyl.
Bro.
You didn't have to worry about somebody stepping on it with Swiss cheese and making everything gross. And
this is why we all had to quit drugs, okay? Because just
stop doing drugs.
No, seriously, y'all.
They're just gonna destroy you.
It's
now.
really just rude. Just
if you
stick to like this.
Want to do drugs, invent a time machine. Go back to 1912 and do them on the Titanic.
Yeah, no thanks. But get off before
I just warn them about that.
Some bad happened.
But what if?
Ooh, see.
But what if you can't because you're high on opiates?
No, you're right.
Just go down with the ship,
dude. Oh my God, if I was going down on that ship, bro, I'm looking for whoever got it, and I'm a salute. I'm not gonna try and get on the ship like a little weak boy.
Here's my thing, right?
Okay.
They said that like in the movie where they're playing, like the band is playing, the orchestra is playing their instrument as it's sinking.
Dude, that was a real part.
Yeah, they said that really happened.
Yeah.
They were just calm. Those dudes were high.
Oh yeah.
Guaranteed.
Oh, facts.
Had to be.
You're not going to be playing an instrument and not.
You're not like, hey, let me.
They were high before they even needed to get high.
They were like, what is
who's
everybody...
on the dang thing and like,
right.
Let us take this outside and calm the people.
Right. Right. You were just.
Hell no, bro.
You were
they was gone, bro.
For sure.
Hey, they was gone.
Man, why is everybody panicking? Maybe if we play some music, they'll chill out. Yeah, let's try that.
Look at us.
Right? So they went out and they played a little Bob Marley.
Little Bob Marley.
Right?
Just to ease it.
3 little birds. Don't worry about a thing.
Don't worry. All right, so they had high-powered. Oh, we just got after the opulent cabins.
Opulent cabins.
Yeah, opulent cabinets.
Nope, cabins.
Cabins.
I'm sure they were opulent cabinets.
I literally just said cabinets.
Yeah, they might have been really nice in the kitchen.
Yeah.
I don't doubt that.
They probably had, yeah.
Yeah, those are
my fault. My fault.
Pretty sure.
And they had a high-powered radio telegraph transmitter was available for sending passengers Marconi marcograms.
Sex dungeon.
Sex dungeon. Please say sex dungeon right now. Oh my God, bro. That was the funniest shit ever. Anyways, you had to be there.
Say, they had an opulent sex dungeon on the Titanic.
Please say they had it.
Please.
Bro, that was freaking hilarious, dude. Hey, but you want to know what's crazy that I just thought about? So, AT&T was around this time? I think they were. I could have sworn I read that.
It may have been.
Well, because I think JP
Morgan?
Yeah, I think JP Morgan had something to do with being involved in AT&T. But the wireless message is what got me. How long have we had wireless communication for? Now that I want to do research on that. I know it's not like they're picking up a phone. Hey, what's going on? We need you over here. But you know how the tapping shit? That was wireless. Now that I think about it, oh my God. I feel like it's just coming to me, but yeah.
So it was through radio waves that they did it. But I don't know how
I was just astonished.
Radio wave travel.
Yeah. Well, they were trying to reach
in 1912. You could have called England on the phone.
Like
maybe.
Or did they?
I think it was just telegraph.
Yeah, I think it was just tap.
Yeah.
But I thought that was still cool to see that we did have some form of. I just sometimes wonder where the hell I was in history class because Why do I find all of this fascinating now, and I never found it fascinating when I was a kid? You've always found this fascinating?
I've always loved history.
Like right now, when I was like learning all this, I'm like, yo, we have fucking wireless communication during that time?
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's like, but it still was crazy that because you got the decoders.
Right.
All right. Sending passengers, transmitter available for sending passengers. And for the ship's operational use, Titanic had advanced safety features such as watertight compartments, remotely activated watertight doors, contributing to its reputation as unsinkable. All right, let me get some more history.
Now, those watertight compartments, they say, is what could have led to the demise of the ship.
Oh my God, I heard that.
Because they don't open these watertight doors, and this section of the ship is what is full of water, and the rest of it's full of air. Well, obviously, this part's going to sink first and go down.
Yeah.
Right? And it's why that ass end of that ship went up.
Yeah.
And then broke off because of the weight. Couldn't hold it.
Dude.
So that's what they're saying. If they would have opened that door and flooded the whole bottom of the ship, it could have just sank, below the third class.
Yeah.
And the rest of it could have stayed afloat. Could have saved everybody on it.
Yeah. Yeah. Some people said that when I was watching some of them, they immediately went into it was meant to sink because it was made out of steel. And I was like, oh, dang. I don't know. That's just what...
Steel floats no matter what. You got to think of buoyancy.
That's all,
And everybody knew buoyancy. You don't have to have wood. You just have to have more air inside the vessel than outside the vessel for it to float. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I think it kind of like correlates with the big doors or whatever, the big blocks thing. Yeah. With the heaviness of it, like you were saying right now. All right, let me see. Oh, RMS Titanic sank in the early morning hours of See, this is why it hurts my head to read it like this.
On the 15th of April.
Yeah, on the 15th of April.
24.
What?
1912.
Okay, so on the 15th of April, 2012.
Isn't that when the movie came out?
I think so.
No, that's not.
No, that's when they replayed it in 3D. I'm just kidding. Oh, I think they did. No, they did.
We lived it.
Oh my fucking God. All right, where are we at? 1912 in the North Atlantic Ocean, 4 days into her maiden voyage. That's so sad. Motherfucker just got on there and fucking went down 4 days or whatever. Southampton to New York City. The largest ocean liner in service at the time. Service time had an estimate of 2,224 people on board when it struck an iceberg around 2340, which is 1140. Y'all didn't know. Appreciate it.
Do you know how to figure out military time quickly?
No, I don't.
Okay, you ready?
You don't want to know where I get stuck at? Like 14, 15. I start getting stuck right there.
You ready? This is going to blow your mind.
Okay.
And you're going to trip out.
All right, can't wait.
You're probably going to hate me when I say this.
Nope.
Whatever the number is, minus 12, and that's the number it is.
Okay, whatever the number is, minus 12.
So if it's 23, you minus 12, it's 11.
That's dope.
If it's 14, you minus 12, it's 2.
That's hard.
If it's 15, you minus 12, it's 3. So whatever the number is, just minus 12, and that's the number it is.
I think some of us average people just learned something right now.
Math.
Baby. All right, sinking in 2 hours and 40 minutes.
That's a long time for a boat to sink. Okay, imagine.
All right, it could have been longer,
Imagine I tell you right now, what time is it in the real world?
Right now it is
6:24.
24.
And I say, hey, we just hit an iceberg. The ship's going down.
Yeah.
You don't hit the water or die.
Yeah.
Well, you don't die yet, but you don't hit the freezing cold water until 8:45. So you're in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah.
In 1912.
Yeah.
So no regular technology. No way to just, hey, other boats come save us. No calling planes, helicopters.
Nope.
No nothing. Knowing, wow, I got to chill out for 2 hours. while this bitch sinks.
Bro, you want to know what tripped me out? Oh, because there's a scene in the movie where you see it too, where the ship goes black, right? Because the electricity. And then they're out there in that water.
Yeah.
Dude, if y'all have a phobia, have y'all ever been in a hotel as a kid? I've done it plenty of times. My parents would take us down to the pool. It'd be pitch black because a light would be burnt out here and there. Well, we didn't have a lot of money, so you already know. I'm not going to go to that. But anyways. And they wouldn't have a working light in the pool, and it'd just be black in that water. And you just duck down under that motherfucker, and you just, even as a kid, I felt like there was going to be a shark popping out that motherfucker. So I can only imagine for these people.
Was it a saltwater pool?
No. This is regular chlorine water at a hotel.
There's no sharks.
No, I know. But see, younger me didn't know that. And younger me would get freaked out after I'd pull my head up from
was done.
And younger me was, okay. Well, we ain't going to talk about that. All right, but that scene always messes me up. All right, see, largest 23, 2 hours and 40 minutes later at 2:20 ship's time, 5:18 GMT. The heck is GMT? Good morning time.
General Montgomery time.
General Montgomery time.
Yep. Greenwich Mean Time.
On Monday.
It might be Greenwich Mean Time.
Greenwich Mean Time?
Well, Greenwich Mean Time, that's the Greenwich Mean is where all the time zones start from and end.
Oh, this is a real thing?
That's a real thing. Did you just learn another thing?
I can never tell with him. He always does this to me.
I could just be making shit up. This time I'm not.
For him just to make it up. Make me feel better. On Monday, 15th April, resulted in the death of more than 1,500 people, making it one of the deadliest peacetime maritime disasters in history. What's the maritime? Yeah, maritime. What's that?
Maritime. It just means
maritime.
It's on the sea.
It means what?
It's on the sea.
Oh, okay. All right. Here's some other stuff.
Okay.
Titanic receives 6 warnings of sea ice on the 14th of April, but was traveling...
From whom?
Wait, what? Oh, shit. I didn't get that information. I think it was the Carpathia.
The ship who saved them?
Yeah. Later, though.
Okay.
Oh, they later came in.
So
yeah, but I think it was the
them.
I think so, yeah.
Hey, there's ice.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think there was other people, but I don't have that. And I don't want to say because I don't know.
Okay.
14th of April, but was traveling at speeds of roughly 22 knots. That's 41 kilometers. So that's probably like what, 20 miles per hour they were traveling?
25.
Rough. When her lookout sighted the iceberg, unable to turn quickly, the ship suffered a glancing blow that buckled her starboard side and opened. Whoopsie.
And do you know what starboard side is?
Starboard side is going to be. No, I don't know what side that is.
It's good.
Wait, because what's the other side? The other side is called. The other side is called starboard, and then you have
port, isn't it?
Port side. Port side. Port side. Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay.
And I think Titanic
didn't have
for some reason was on.
2 starboard.
Yeah, 2 star. Yeah.
No, that's not true.
You mother. No. You let me talk, okay? Because he over here doing that. Something happened.
Yeah, 2 starboard side.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Hey, what he said.
That's what they were.
So you go this way or you can go that way. God damn it. He always get me. He always get me. All right. They had a starboard side and they had a port side. Something happened with the tugboat. That's all I know. And for some reason,
they did not have a tugboat out there.
No, not a tugboat. No, not out there. Oh wait, I'm talking about when they was on. No. Let me back it up real quick. When they brought the ship in to put the people on, the tugboat, something with the fucking tugboat, messed it up, and it had to be on starboard side. Okay. That's the side they didn't want it on, or something like that.
Okay.
I don't know. Real quick
from
story.
The get-go.
Quick story. In the story.
Yeah.
All right. Traveling 22 knots when their lookout discovered an iceberg. Unable to turn quickly, the ship suffered a glacial blow to the starboard side and opened up 6 of her 16 compartments to the sea. Titanic had been designed to stay afloat with up to 4 of her forward compartments flooded. Oh, dang. I thought it was only 5 compartments.
Well, there's 6.
I know, but I thought it was okay.
But it was only designed to handle
it was only
4.
4, dude.
Right.
Do you think,
Design
though...
flaw.
Yeah, design flaw. Titanic had been designed to stay afloat with 4 of her forward compartments flooded, and the crew used distress flares and radio wireless messages to attract help as passengers were put into lifeboats. Dude, the distress flares. Did you see that the distress flares got changed to... So strictly meaning that you're in a sign of help? What the heck did the flares mean after that, too? What did the flares mean before that? Excuse me. Because
they were just signal flares.
Yeah. And then they got, after the Titanic happened, I guess they got put to distress only.
Right.
So I thought that was pretty cool, crazy, and sad at the same time. 4 of her forward compartments flooded. Messages to attract help as passengers were put in lifeboats. With existing practice, the Titanic's lifeboat system was designed to ferry passengers nearby rescue vessels, not to hold everyone on board simultaneously. Therefore, with the ship sinking rapidly and help still hours away, there was no safe refuge for many of the passengers and crew with only 20 lifeboats, including 4 collapsible lifeboats. The heck is a collapsible lifeboat?
A boat that collapses. It's like an inflatable boat at the time.
Oh, goddamn. Yeah. Okay. Completely full, the Titanic sank with over 1,000 passengers and crew still on board. Almost all of those who jumped or fell into the sea drowned and died within minutes due to that cold water, shock, and incapacitation. The RMS Carpathia arrived about an hour and a half sinking and rescued all of the 710 survivors. By 9:15 on the 15th of April, some 9.5 hours after the collision. Joe, how long were they in that black ass water? No light but the moon, if there was a moon.
Well, the moon's
Can you
still
imagine?
around.
Well, no, they were dying
The
immediately.
moon's been around for always.
Well, we won't get into that. We're just kidding.
On another episode, has the moon been around for always?
Has it? Because we gonna look. We gonna get in there. Outrage, lifeboats. Oh, okay. So here we go. Arrived an hour and a half later, sinking and rescuing all the 9.5 hours later, saving all the 710 survivors. The disaster shocked the world and caused a widespread outage over the lack of lifeboats, lack regulations, and the unequal treatment of third-class passengers during the evacuation. Subsequent inquiries recommended sweeping changes to maritime regulations, leading to establishments in 1914 of the International Convention for Safety of Life at Sea, SOLAS, which still governs the maritime safety today.
That's
just kidding.
Super interesting. I love knowing about maritime.
Why'd I take so much? Okay, so the RMS Carpathia, the motherfuckers, all these papers, took 3 days to reach New York after leaving the scene of the disaster. Her journey was slowed by pack ice, fog, thunderstorms, and rough seas. Oh my God. Imagine damn near already dying.
Okay,
and then you're going to go through all day.
That's the thing. They were 4 days into their journey when they sank.
Yeah.
It only took 3 more days to reach New York.
Yeah.
So it was only a week long.
Yeah.
To go from point A to point B.
Yeah.
In the middle of that week, you're toast.
Yeah.
Toast.
Sounds good, huh? Some butter on it.
Yeah, buttery toast.
Butter and jelly on your toast. Look, I know I'm getting into some fat shit right now, but I don't care. Okay.
That seems pretty basic shit.
Strawberry jelly and butter. Oh.
Right? You definitely a strawberry guy?
Oh, dude.
I can't stand
strawberry.
grape.
Fuck grape.
Yeah, I can't stand grape, John.
Able to pass news to the outside world by wireless about what had happened, the intentional reports were confusing, leading Americans to press reports simultaneously.
It's not a word.
Hey,
Every episode we say something that's not a word.
It was this time. Where'd he get that?
Simultaneously.
No, it wasn't even simultaneously.
You just were saying words.
And I'm just over here making up shit. Okay. No, dude, it's Eros? No. Erroneously. Report erroneously. That means like error, you know? I'm just kidding.
Oh my god. Oh my god. That is the best word you've ever said.
Oh shit.
Ever. I don't even know.
It means error.
Oh.
All right, let me see.
Oh my god.
Titanic was being towed to port SS Virginian. Later that day, confirmation came through the Titanic had been lost and that most of the passengers and crew had died. The news attracted crowds of people. The White Star Line offices in London, New York, Montreal, Southampton, Liverpool.
Shout out to Liverpool.
And Belfast. It hit the hardest in Southampton, whose people suffered the greatest loss from the sinking. 4 out of every 5 crew members came from this town. Dude, that's sad. Carpathia docked at 9:30 p.m. on the 18th of April at New York. Okay, that's what we doing, phone? Oh, okay.
What's great is we haven't even broken into the conspiracies yet.
No. Oh, okay. Pulled in to New York's Pier 54 and was greeted by some 40,000 people waiting at quayside in heavy rain to hand them food, blankets, most likely money, anything they can give these.
I don't think they're giving anybody money. See, here's the thing. Why would you give most of the people who are saved for first class people?
Oh, you're right.
Why are you trying to give rich people money?
Hey, I just know that they have blankets.
Okay.
And food.
Blankets and food, I get. But what's like $1 gonna do? You're like, hey, here's $5. You're just like, thanks.
Hey, what was $1 during that time?
A lot.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wish $1 could be a lot right now.
It's not.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. All right, you want to break into these conspiracies? Are we ready? Are you freaked out?
Nope.
There's 4 major conspiracies.
I'm not.
You ready?
Yes, sir.
Number 1. The Titanic did not hit an iceberg.
Okay.
It hit what is called packed ice or drift ice.
Okay.
So the packed ice theory is that instead of an iceberg, which icebergs are usually attached to something.
Okay.
Either a shoreline, the bottom of the ocean floor, something major, right? They're attached to something. Or they're so big they don't move. Pack ice, on the other hand, is really, really thick ice that floats on the surface of the water.
Okay.
Now the theory goes that there's 3 main pieces of evidence that support this was a pack ice that hit the boat and not an iceberg.
An iceberg.
The first is there were no reports or evidence that there was haze on the ocean the night of the tragedy. So from the time that the sun setting kind of early, right? Probably 7 o'clock or whatever. They don't see haze at all.
Yeah.
However, at 11:30, 2 of the lookouts say they saw haze on the horizon about 2 or 3 miles out from the ship. Right? Captain M. Collins, who is rebukking the theory and believes that they didn't hit an iceberg, says that he believes that they didn't see haze 2 or 3 miles out.
Yeah.
That it was a pack ice shelf. Pack ice shelves can be anywhere from 20 meters wide to 10 kilometers wide.
They gonna have enough thing to like.
No, so see, so pack ice is real prominent around northern Canada in the water, and you have to get a boat that's called an icebreaker to run through these.
Oh, okay.
If you're not an icebreaker ship, they're going to stop your ship cold.
Damn.
So the pack ice theory, right, is that it wouldn't have been a haze because there were no reports of haze on the boat. The next one was that eyewitnesses say they saw a 60-foot high ice by the lookouts, and it was 100 feet high by the quartermaster row on the deck. And another gentleman he was the 4th officer Boxhall, said it was very low into the water.
Okay. This
is known as an optical phenomenon where the flat sea and extreme cold distort the appearance of objects near the waterline. Which
so making it almost like causing like an illusion?
Right, an optical illusion.
Okay.
You're on the dock, you think you see something that's 100 meters high.
Oh, shit.
You're the lookout of the ship, you think it's only 60 meters high.
Okay.
Because you're comparing it to how far the ship is off the water.
Oh.
And then if you're on the bridge if you're on the bridge where the 4th officer Boxhall was, he said it was right at the waterline.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And the third part of this that says it's a pack ice and not an iceberg is if the Titanic made a turn by rotating 1/3 of the way from the bow, causing her rudder to hard over and crush her starboard side into an iceberg, she would have flooded and capsized and sank within minutes. So that means if she would have hit an iceberg at the angle she turned, right, way more of her would have been flooded because it would have caused 10 times more damage, causing her to capsize, flip over, and she would have sank within minutes, not 2 hours and 40 minutes. So that's the pack ice theory. It was never an iceberg. The second theory is there were a fire in the coal bunker. Now, fires in the coal bunkers are a common thing amongst all steamships at the time.
I saw a lot of that.
The reason why is because of spontaneous combustion, just through all the coal at the time being packed, created heat.
And this is happening in a cold room.
Right. So creating heat and friction, boom, starts a fire.
You know what I was thinking when we were talking about that and we had mentioned it? I'm like, how does that even fucking make sense? So like the coal gets in there and it gets accidentally lit up. So here I'm thinking it's the coal that the motherfuckers are shoveling. No, no, I know that. Coal. But it's in the separate room, right? Where all the coal is being housed.
Yeah, where it's being stored.
So I saw that.
So a coal fire began 10 days in one of the coal bunkers, 10 days before the ship ever set sail.
Man, that's insane.
Which means that fire was burning longer than the entire journey would have taken.
Damn.
And it was burning several days after it started, right? So quite up until they sank, this fire was still burning. Now,
somebody threw a match in it?
The fires were usually put out spontaneous combustion.
Oh wait, no, this does happen a lot. Right. That's right. In that time.
And generally, the fires are usually put out with a hose.
Yeah.
Okay, let's put a hose on it, put the fire out. Or what you do is you take the coal that's not burning, put it into another bunker that's not on fire.
Yeah.
The coal that is on fire, you shove right into the furnace. Now, by doing this, all that coal that's burning that you're trying to put out a fire from and throwing into the furnace, you're making the ship go faster.
Yeah. Yo, that's what I was going to talk about, too. Isn't that crazy how they had to,
Right.
Dude, they had to determine speed of that boat by shoveling coal.
Right, shoveling coal into it.
God damn.
And so some...
I could barely get it down on the grill with some carne asada, okay?
So Sean Maloney said that the attempts to extinguish the fire by putting the burning coal into the furnace is the primary reason for the Titanic moving at full speed during the collision.
Oh,
so they were trying
like
to
that.
put out a fire.
Yeah,
and hit an ice, a load of ice.
Yeah.
Who would have known? You could have just grabbed some of that ice, threw it on the fire, and put it away.
Yeah.
But they didn't do that.
See, they wasn't thinking. Y'all see my reading? That's how their brain was working. Not at all.
Other experts said that this fire, because it was burning for so long, weakened the hull and the bulkhead.
Oh, yeah.
And then,
they got pictures of this.
Right. And then when it hit the ice, it caused an instant collapse. So why so many compartments were ripped open by this ice? Because the whole hull was weakened by this fire.
I think you changed my life.
I know.
Because sipping this has been the far greatest thing I've ever done in my life.
It's a different
Dude, this is heaven.
It's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just so peaceful. Dude, I've never done this. I've never sipped.
Just
what is this again?
Bourbon.
This is bourbon. Okay, I've never sipped bourbon. I put soda in there. I put things like that. Man, I did not know you could just sip this shit. I love this man. He just keep teaching me all about life.
So that's the fire in the coal bunker theory.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is a pretty good theory if you think about it, but you know.
Now, one of my favorite theories is the Olympic exchange hypothesis. Now, see, to get into the Olympic exchange hypothesis, you have to bring out the three sister ships. You have the Olympic that first set voyage in 1911.
Yep.
You have the Titanic, which set voyage in 1912. And then you have the Britannic that set voyage after them. Because I don't know the year.
Yeah, I don't remember the year on the Britannic too, but Britannic didn't last that long either. I think she was a year.
They all might have been a year apart.
Yeah, she was like a year. No. I only know that she lasted like a year and some on the water before she...
I don't know. I think she lasted until World War II. Because I think she was I think she got sank during.
Wait, was she World War II? Or I thought
I believe the Britannic was the hospital ship.
Was Britannic the hospital ship? I thought they turned.
No.
Oh no, the Olympic got turned into Reliable. Didn't that bitch go to war?
No.
I thought she went to war. I thought they repainted that bitch.
The Olympic. You might be right. You could be right.
I can't remember.
We did research on the Titanic,
point,
not the other ships.
I've read so many damn ships.
But so the
other ships are pretty cool though.
The J.P. Morgan, who owned.
Wait, what is this one?
This is the Olympic exchange hypothesis.
Olympic exchange, yep.
So J.P. Morgan's company, the International Mercantile Maritime Group, acquired White Star Line, the company that made the three sister ships, in 1902.
All right.
And many believe that J.P. Morgan switched the ships and sank the Olympic for the insurance money on the Titanic, since it was more.
Yeah.
Here's why many believe the theory doesn't hold water.
Okay. I'm listening.
Okay. While the two ships are very similar, they like to say they were identical. They weren't. But while they looked a lot alike from the outside to the naked eye, the two ships had significant interior and architectural design differences.
Yeah, I heard all the pieces were stamped in each one too.
So
supposedly,
on all the iron,
that's
they stamped them with the serial number. But you got to remember,
and the furniture.
Ships back then and stuff had low serial numbers. You could put 4 digits on it.
Yeah. They probably just had that thing and say,
but to secretly switch these two ships in a week would have been nearly impossible because of their differences.
Dude, I got some pictures.
It wouldn't have been economically worthwhile.
Oh, dude.
So it would have cost more money to switch the paint and change the architectural differences in a week than it would have been to just set fire to the Titanic while it was at dock and collect the insurance money that way. So that's, I mean, economically and money-wise, and J.P. Morgan's solely a money guy.
Yeah, no, he is.
Wouldn't have made sense.
Yeah, well, was.
Right. Right.
I mean,
Wouldn't
his
have
son
made
didn't
sense.
do that bad either. Junior over there didn't do that bad.
Now, here's the theory. Number 4, coming up.
Okay.
I think the one that you and I most believe in.
Yep.
It's the one you and I think holds the most water. If you will. Speaking of water, the pool on the Titanic is still full.
No pun intended on the other one, but yeah, it is.
So the theory states that the Titanic was sunk on purpose to eliminate opposition to the creation of the Federal Reserve Bank.
Hey, J.P. Morgan spun the block.
Because, like you said, some of the richest men in the world were aboard the Titanic.
Yep.
Including John Jacob Astor, who currently at the time was the richest man in the world.
Man had money.
He was in real estate and actually part owner, which is now named the famous Waldorf Astoria. So all kinds of money. The famous Waldorf Astoria hotel in New York, named after John Jacob Astor, right? The next gentleman was Benjamin Guggenheim of the Guggenheim family.
Guggenheim.
They made their money in mining and business, right? So he was wealthy. And then Isidore Straus. Isidore Straus was part owner of Macy's department store.
Isidore Straus, was he also... Who's the guy who was CEO of this White Star, or was he CEO of the Titanic?
No.
I can't remember his name. But that little sucker snuck up on a boat and got back. And I remember seeing some news articles that, dude, they bashed him, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, I honestly, the way they bashed this guy, I mean, damn near his whole rest of his life, I would have just died. I think I would have just preferred to die.
Huh?
Imagine coming back and then that's what happens. I don't think it's Isidore Straus.
Part owner of Macy's.
Yeah. No, I don't think it's Isidore Straus. But yeah, he was part owner of Macy's.
So,
his family was all up in that.
Right.
I think his brothers too and stuff like that. He had brothers.
So all 3 of these men were allegedly opposed to the creation of a central bank.
Yeah.
Even though Astor and
what was
Guggenheim,
the banking system before though? Real quick.
There wasn't.
Was it
wasn't
like
a federal. It was each state had their own banking system.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So when you had money, it had the state's name on it.
Yeah, and then everybody, whatever was there, right?
Right.
And the way banks gained popularity was like some weird way during that time. It was like
interest.
Yeah, I don't know.
The way a bank works, you know how a bank works.
Yeah. You get money in there and then you get money out.
Perfect. It's exactly how a bank works.
I'm just kidding. I don't know. I don't think I want to know. Hey, we're going to have an episode on it later, okay?
So anyway, Astor and Guggenheim never publicly spoke out against a central banking system. And Strauss said he was in favor of one.
Yeah.
However, conspiracy theorists suggest that J.P. Morgan, who set up the banking firm, arranged to have these men aboard the ship and then sunk to eliminate them.
Yep. He canceled last minute.
Morgan was nicknamed the Napoleon of Wall Street.
Hey, he was evil.
He is credited with almost single-handedly saving the U.S. banking system during the Panic of 1907. And he also had a hand in the creation of the Federal Reserve.
Oh, he did. Man.
He also owned the company that owned the Titanic, like I said.
Yep.
Right? J.P. Morgan also attended the launch of the Titanic in 1911 with the tugboat that you had mentioned.
Yep.
And then he booked a personal suite aboard the ship with a private deck. At the last minute, Morgan canceled his trip to stay in his French resort, the Isle des Bains, I completely butchered that French name.
Yeah.
But he stayed there.
He's Italian.
He said he couldn't go on his journey because he had to enjoy his morning massage and sulfur bath. Now, if that's not diabolical and you're trying to eliminate the competition, what do? You pour yourself a bourbon, you get a massage,
and you
take a bath.
You want to know what sucks too? Information. Like, let's just say John Jacob Jinger Janger Schmish, right?
Astor.
Yes. He knew. Okay, so, I mean, he had to have some type of feeling of some opposition going on, right?
Right.
But he wanted to show support.
Right. He wanted to go on this great, extravagant, the best boat ride in the world. And he had the money to do it.
Yeah.
Just like the guys who went on the Titan to explore the Titanic not too long ago. They had the money to do it. The $250,000 a ticket. Because they're one of the elite to say they did it.
Yeah.
This was the elite just want to say, hey, I was on the first ride that ship took.
But here's what gets me.
Okay.
Not only did JP cancel his ride last minute, there was another one that canceled the last minute. Supposedly, their wife, I can't remember his name or the wife's name, but she broke her ankle. Okay. Maybe that'll help him.
But however, if my wife breaks her ankle, I'm going to cancel my trip. That makes sense. I'm not getting on a boat if my wife breaks her ankle. Get the fuck on that motherfucker, okay? You know what I'm saying?
I'm just kidding. But yeah, no,
that makes sense, right?
That one does.
Because it's going to
And they had a doctor's note.
7.
That's what it said. That's what it said.
It's my wife doctor's note.
She had a doctor's note.
Can you imagine? This is my wife doctor's note.
Look,
can't get
it's
on the
real.
Boat.
Okay,
the captain's going to go, I don't give a shit. Don't get on the boat.
I didn't know. Okay,
we don't even have enough lifeboats for who's on the boat.
I didn't know it was sinking,
it's
but
cool
here's his doctor's note. It wasn't we was just making things up. Here it is.
Yeah.
Oh, but a bunch of other people too. A bunch of other rich people.
But to cancel,
canceled last minute, just like JP did.
To cancel to take a bath and get a massage. You got motives.
Yeah. Oh, and there was one guy on the ship that was talking to some rich people who said, hey, we'll pay you the rest of your way to New York. He went and telegrammed the company he was under, and he said, hey, I got some rich people here. They want to pay my way because I guess the boat stopped halfway. And the people hit him. Oh, I thought it did. Something happened where this motherfucker got off. I swear to God. So it went from, what's the port that it was in that it left? From
Hampton?
Okay, there was one small little sail that they did or something like that.
Did they go from like Liverpool to
They might have done something like that. And he was told, he tapped in and then got a message back. Man, that might, you know what? This is why I need to just write this shit down. But he got a message back saying, no, get off that ship immediately.
Really?
So who's to say it wasn't? See, that's why I didn't write it down now, I remember. Because I'm like, who's to say it's like, hey, you have a job to do and this is what we need you to do. So no, you're not going to fucking New York. That's not what we talked about.
Right.
So that's what kind of made me, that's why I didn't write it down.
Okay.
Because it could be something like that. But yeah.
That's fair.
But yeah, man, that Federal Reserve and all that, that was
but
created
it could have changed the entire outlook of money as we know today.
I think it did. You talking about what was created?
Well, yeah. I mean, we know what it is today.
Yeah.
But it could have been completely different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they were still alive.
We could be exchanging.
Oh yeah.
Goats for T-shirts.
Yeah, we don't know that. Yeah. Or T-shirts.
With nobody here beside me, all by myself. I'm just sitting here all by myself.
All right.
Well, those are the conspiracies. And that's the story of the, what is it? The PMS Titanic?
The PMS Titanic.
It's not what it is.
It's the RMS. Recreational Marijuana Services.
Yeah.
Tell your friends.
The rectal metering service.
Oh, you ain't heard the date? Huh. That's because you're late to this story. That's why.
Well, that's the Titanic. Thank you guys for listening to Javier and myself
The last conspiracy was true.
on Big Fat Conspiracy Theories.
Big fat conspiracy theories, y'all.
You guys tune in as often as you can.
Yeah, and hit the email down there or up there, wherever we put it. We don't know. And just comment. I mean, your favorite conspiracies, that conspiracy. Tell us how terrible our conspiracy was.
You know what?
Or tell us how great it was. We
You
don't
can,
care. We
write
really
in
don't.
and tell us that we're wrong and how bad we are, and then take that comment and shove it right in your ass.
Yeah.
Because we don't care.
Because I'm just a boy.
Who loves Titanic.
The Titanic.
Shit.
Okay? All right. It was an error. Error and anomaly. Okay? Whatever that word was. Fuck that word.
Fuck that word.
Whatever the word was. Anyways,
Cheers.
later.